This is the new rifle from Bersa, and there'll be more with this rifle coming to the channel soon. But today, I want to talk about this LPVO from Hawke Optics. What's up, crew? It's Chris from CloverTac. Welcome back to the channel. Now, this is the Hawke Vantage 30WA 1-4x24 scope. And while it does not come with a mount, what we're using today is a mount from Hawke Optics. It is their one-piece cantilever mount. Now, this is the 1-4 magnification. Hawke does make these in larger magnifications, and you adjust that through the zoom ring here in the back. One cool feature about this zoom ring is it's got this bump, a raised spot on 2 power halfway through. So that's really easy to identify where you're at in your magnification without actually having to look at the numbers printed on the scope. Now, the Vantage 30WA is a wide angle scope, meaning that you get an enhanced field of view through the 24mm objective and the 30mm tube. The adjustment turrets on this scope are toolless, making it really easy to take advantage of 280 MOA of adjustment, both in the elevation as well as the windage adjustment turrets. Now, eye relief on a scope is important, especially when mounting said scope. This Vantage scope has about 3.5 inches of eye relief, making it really easy to mount this thing up and get it right where you want it. Now, it's pretty common for LPVOs to have a fixed parallax. This Vantage scope from Hawke is no different, as a 100-yard fixed parallax, and also worth mentioning, it is a second focal plane scope. The scope does have some brightness adjustment for the dot inside the reticle. So before we put any rounds down range, let's talk a little bit about that reticle. Now, Hawke offers a few different designs as far as reticles. This is what they call the L4A dot reticle. And if you're familiar with a 30-30 reticle, really similar in nature with the exception of the optional red or green dot inside the crosshairs. Now, one advantage of this reticle and that 30-30 style reticle design is the thin crosshairs from the center dot to what they call the post, the thicker area of the crosshairs. That's going to be 30 inches at 4x magnification at 100 yards. So this can come in handy when it comes to ranging your target or trying to determine the size of your target downrange. Before we do the live fire, safety as always first. Got my eyes on, let me put my ears in, and we'll be ready to go. So obviously we're at the picnic table back here. We're about 50 yards from the berm. So 50 yards downrange, got one of our 6-inch steel gongs from high caliber targets. We're gonna put a few rounds, try to put a few rounds, I should say, on that gong and see how well it goes. And for ammo today, we are using some PMC X-Tac. This is 5.56 in 62 grain from our good friends at TruSpec Gun Club. Here we go. See how many rounds we can get on that gong. One, two, three, four, and there we go. 5.45. Gotta love it. Now, later on in another video, we will put some rounds downrange on paper. We'll check things like tracking and return to zero with the scope. But for right now, I think it is a pretty good fit for this little Bersa rifle. If you're looking for some other optics content here on the channel, I got you covered with these videos right here. As for this one, we're done. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And until next time, don't forget to chain fire freedom.